Hi, this is Chris and welcome to Winemaker TV. If you want to learn how to make wine, mead, and ciders at home, this is the place for you. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know every time I come out with a new wine and a new video. Today, we'll be making a raspberry wine, so stay tuned. Today we'll be making a 1 gallon batch of raspberry wine. So let's go over what you'll need. You'll need a gallon fermenter at least. I have a 3 gallon. And if you have more than 1 gallon, make sure you mark the gallon marks on your fermenter. You can put a gallon in there, draw a line. Put a second gallon in there, draw a line. Put a third, and on and on and on. So you need your fermenter. You'll need 4 pounds of red raspberries. You'll need a half a pound or a cup of sugar. You'll need a half a teaspoon of peptic enzyme. You'll need a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. And you'll need 3/4 teaspoon of acid blend. And today I'll be using a Red Star Premier Cuvée wine yeast also to put your raspberries in and have them floating in your wine. I'll recommend a cheesecloth. So let's get started. Of the water already in there. So I've added my sugar. And here goes the acid blend. It's going to be a 3/4 of a teaspoon. So this is going to be a half. As a half and a quarter. That makes 3. All right, that's with the acid blend. And now we're going to do a half a teaspoon of peptic enzyme. Peptic enzyme will help it clear. It'll help clear out the pectins from the raspberries. So we got ourselves half a teaspoon of that. Now time for a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Yeast nutrient, what it says, it gives the little yeasties something to start off on, get them going really good. What's in yeast nutrient? Everything yeasties need. Probably except for sugar. All right, we're going to stir this up and we'll be right back. All right, now time to add the raspberries. So we got a glass bowl, got the cheesecloth, raspberries, and we're just going to give them a little smashing, not very much. You don't want to completely macerate them. You just want to give them a little bit crushing. And this cheesecloth is so it don't make such a big mess. So we're going to chop up and mash up some of these raspberries real quick on both bags and be right back. Okay, now that you've got your your raspberries smashed up a little bit, just gather your cheesecloth and tie it in a loose knot, and I always have my primary fermenter right here at my feet. So I just dump it over in there. And get my spoon out of my sanitizer and give it a good little swirl. We're going to top the rest of this off with water. We're going to let it sit for 24 hours and let it incorporate all the juice. And you see how nice red color it's getting. And you can add a Camden tablet here if you want to. If there's any wild yeasties on these fruit skins, you can add that now. It'll dye that back so your yeast can take over. So we're going to let this sit for 24 hours and we'll be right back. All right, you're going to let that sit. It's a must now. Let it sit for 24 hours. Like I said, you can add a Camden tablet here. It's highly recommended. I'm just not going to because every time I've done that, I have a hard time getting it to ferment. So I just preferably don't add a Camden tablet there. But any recipe you see will say add a Camden tablet. So after 24 hours, we're going to add our yeast, and I just sprinkle the whole pack in there. And then it's going to take 7 to 10 days to finish fermenting. Then we're going to rack it off and transfer it to a secondary fermenter, a glass jug. It's going to be a gallon jug. Add the airlock then, and you may have to rack it a few times to get it to clear. So that's the raspberry wine. If you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you want to help support this channel, to help me buy more equipment and more ingredients, there will be links in the description below, Amazon affiliate links and a homebrew affiliate links. Even if you do not buy anything in the description of the Amazon links, any of your ordinary purchases through Amazon, I will get a credit for that, which goes to help me buy equipment and ingredients. This is Chris with Winemaker TV, and that's all there is to